Today we take a look at Jaden Bradley, an elite point guard out of IMG Academy. If you haven't yet, please share and subscribe to help grow the channel, and I hope you enjoy the video. Today's video is powered by SeatGeek. Get $20 off any ticket sold using promo code AITRIGHT on the SeatGeek app or website. When little Jaden was 12 years old, he was a bit taller than his perimeter teammates, so he played more like a small forward on defense. Able to guard multiple guys, had great instincts. Offensively, his head was always up looking for teammates. Bradley is now 6'2" and a 5-star recruit. He attended Cannon High School in North Carolina before transferring to IMG Academy to play with and against better competition. He is currently the number 9 player overall and the number 2 point guard in the country. As a top 10 player in the country, he's able to handpick which schools he wants to give the most consideration to. As of today, the 5 schools with the best odds are Alabama, Kentucky, Arizona, Michigan, and North Carolina. He has the prototype of a strong, balanced guard, not an elite athlete by any means, but quick, tough defensively, true leader who runs the team. His player comparison today is going to be NBA player and former Wake Forest guard Chris Paul. Able to get to his spots on the offensive end, whether getting to the basket or pulling up from the mid-range. Will hit the open three, uses his quickness to dictate the pace, and play lockdown defense. Nate Oates has been building a powerhouse down at Alabama. At the guard spots, they'll have Javon Quinterly, J.D. Davison, and Josh Primo this upcoming season, but I believe Davison will be a one and done, and Josh Primo will work his way into becoming a first-round draft pick. So I don't think either will be there if Bradley chooses to go to Alabama. So he'll have an opportunity to play right away without many obstacles in his way. Arizona recently went through a coaching change. Former Gonzaga assistant Tommy Lloyd took over. Point guard James Akinjo had multiple years of eligibility, but the prize transfer from Georgetown ended up leaving the Wildcats at the end of the season. Lloyd's a great recruiter, so I wouldn't put anything past him. Look at someone like McKinley Wright and what he did at Colorado. You can see a player like Bradley doing very well in the Pac-12. Kentucky received quite a bit of help in the backcourt with eligibility on top of that. Not just one-year transfer guys like Kellen Grady. Georgia's leading scorer last season, Severe Wheeler, transferred into Kentucky with 3 more years left of eligibility. The 5'10" guard out of Houston isn't the 1 year and done type of player either. Then you have Ty Washington, who was a top 5 point guard from the 2021 recruiting class coming in. Not sure if he'll be here after a year, but quite a bit of guys who want the ball in the backcourt. And that's without adding the commitment of Sky Clark, a top 10 combo guard from the 2022 class. North Carolina has RJ Davis and Caleb Love returning in the backcourt, but not sure about their pro status following this upcoming year. Wouldn't be surprised if Love takes a leap this season and tests the waters. Also consider that Bradley being from the state of North Carolina, for some, going to UNC is just a dream come true. And Carolina didn't recruit any 2021 point guards, so they'll need to pick up a point guard in the 2022 class or go digging in next year's transfer portal. For Michigan, incoming transfer Devontae Jones will have 1 year of eligibility left, and Eli Brooks will be graduated by the time Bradley gets to campus. Michigan has a sophomore combo guard in Zeb Jackson and signed 2 guards in the 2021 class. The number 7 point guard in the country, Frankie Collins, and the number 4 combo guard in the country, Kobe Buffkin. Bradley finished his junior season playing alongside Michigan signee Musa Diabate and Jed Howard, who happens to be the son of the Michigan head coach, Juwan Howard. Bradley does a great job attacking and getting to the basket. He's quick getting downhill. In the full court, he's fast pushing the ball out in transition. Being such a great rebounder at the point guard spot, it's an instant fast break. He has a strong body, physical guard that initiates contact when attacking, nice handle when going at defenders. He is right hand dominant, choosing to attack hard with his right and then finishes strong at the basket also with his right. He's shifty with his footwork, but he's always the aggressor. He dictates at his own speed, changing it up when need be. At the next level, he'll flourish in the pick and roll game. His IQ and his ability to attack bigger players off of ball screen action with his strength and physicality. His aggression off the bounce always has defenders on their heels, but attacking the basket isn't his best attribute. I think that's going to be facilitating. He is really good at getting his teammates involved. He's a natural leader and his guys play hard for him. Great passer, you can receive a pass from him at any point on the court. He's great at advancing the ball. In the full court, he's hitting bigs rim running and wings who are sprinting their lanes for layups and threes. When in the half court, he's looking to take advantage of rotating defenders, feeding his big men down low with drop-offs, or kicking out to guys for three. He's a natural, unselfish playmaker who has great balance in his game, knowing when to attack and get his, and when to attack and feed his teammates. Athletically, he's okay, a bit above average. His finishing ability at the rim is solid for a point guard. Not vertically explosive by any means, but he does read the rim well for defensive rebounding, jumping off of 2 feet. When dunking on defenders or in transition finishing at the rim, he's much more of a 1 foot type of jumper. He can sneak up and dunk on someone, but he's more likely to take the and one with contact. He's a very strong defender on the ball. His size is underrated. Physical, able to guard multiple perimeter players. If he happens to have an off game on the offensive end, he still has a strong impact on the game with not only his passing ability, but his ability to take away possessions from the other team. He has big active hands when off the ball, his high IQ able to read passes or loose handling to make deflections and steals. I think Bradley will continue to develop as a shooter. Right now it's pretty effortless with him getting to wherever he wants to go, and he has a nice mid-range pull-up game. Defenders overcompensate on some of his drives, retreating way too much when he stops and pops from 15 to 17 feet. When he's facing better defenders, especially those with quickness and length, you need to switch up how he's attacking. Be a good enough shooter where defenders go over the ball screen, allowing Bradley to slice up the defense and get in the paint. His three-point shot is viable right now. It's not his go-to by any means. It's good enough where the defense has to respect it. He projects as a future NBA guy. This is probably the spot he needs to work on the most. Being able to consistently knock down shots when defenders start to sink. Then get it to where he can knock down shots whether defenders sink or not. Overall, he's a top 2 point guard for a reason. His good size and ability to run a team at an elite level is what championship teams need. Nice handle, plays to win, and a really good on-ball and team defender. The opposing point guards get 0 breaks. When Bradley's giving business to the point guard offensively, he's also causing chaos on the other end.
Dan Dockage can't guard me.